Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button real quick because we're about to dive deep into some rap excellence. Today we're breaking down Kendrick Lamar's 616 in LA. And I ain't talking no surface level breakdown. Nah, we going layer by layer, entendre by entendre.
Conspiracies about Kash Doll, that's not even the leak.
What?
Find the Jews like Kash Doll, I just need you to think.
Find the Jews like Kash Doll, I don't need you to think.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
So who's Kash Doll? Is that the XO nigga?
See, this is what separates the real MCs from the rest. Kendrick ain't just putting words together. Every single line got multiple meanings, historical references, psychological warfare tactics. This man is a strategist. Before we get into it, let me set the scene real quick. This dropped May 3rd, 2024, right? 3 days after Euphoria. And Drake was probably sitting there thinking he had time to respond. Wrong. Kendrick went back to back on him, and that's what we about to dissect today. So grab your headphones, maybe some notes if you're really trying to learn something, and let's get into it. Alright, bet, let's go. So the track opens up with Kendrick talking about beating your chest and harassing Ant. Now on the surface, and this is where most people stop, he's saying Drake gets no credit for showing off and bothering his manager. Cool, we get it. But hold up, let's peel this back. Brownie points, that's fake validation, right? Like when somebody do something just for the appearance, not cause they really about it. Performative behavior. Drake out here performing toughness instead of being tough. Now check this, beating your chest. That's gorilla imagery, fam. King Kong type stuff. Dominance posturing. But here's the thing, gorillas beat their chest when they scared, when they trying to look bigger than they are. So Kendrick really calling Drake's whole tough guy act the bluff from the jump. The whole line together, he's saying Drake's flexing is empty. All that chest beating, all that showboating, it don't mean nothing. Especially when you're doing it by picking on somebody's manager.
Fake bully, I hate bullies, you must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it.
Now let's talk about harassing Ant. Surface level, Drake is bothering Anthony Saleh, who's Kendrick's manager. But the word harassing is key. That's not battling, that's not beef protocol, that's bullying. Kendrick choosing that word specifically to frame Drake as somebody who picks on people who ain't even in the fight. Going after somebody's team instead of the artist directly. In hip hop, that's seen as a weak move, bro. That's like throwing dirt on somebody's mama when you're losing the argument with them. It's desperate, and this sets up the whole narrative of the song. Drake is a fake bully who targets people who can't fight back on the same level. Y'all following so far? This is just the opening line and we already got 4 layers deep on each phrase. This is why Kendrick different. Now the line continues talking about Kendrick standing up for his manager Anthony Ant Saleh, who Drake suddenly dragged into the drama. So let me give you all the context because this is important. While everybody was waiting for Kendrick to respond to push-ups, Drake goes on Instagram and posts 2 photos of Ant. One photo got Ant holding OVO bags, that's Drake's brand, October's very own. The other one was just a close-up selfie of Ant. Now why would Drake do this? Let's break it down. Before we go deeper though, if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, go ahead and tap that like button real quick. It helps the algorithm push this to more people who appreciate real hip-hop analysis. Alright, back to it. Drake trying to plant seeds of doubt, fam. He posting Ant with OVO bags like, yo, look, your manager was shopping with my brand. What's really going on? Is your team really loyal? That's psychological warfare right there. He trying to make Kendrick paranoid about his own people. He trying to suggest that Ant got some type of connection to Drake's camp, some divided loyalty. And think about it, carrying Drake's bags got a double meaning too. Like, was Ant doing favors for Drake? Was he carrying his bags metaphorically, like doing his bidding? This one's more about intimidation. Drake reposting the close-up photo of Ant is basically saying, I got access to your manager's personal photos. I can reach your inner circle. It's a power move, or at least Drake thought it was a power move. But here's where Drake miscalculated. See, when you a real leader, when you really got your people's backs, stuff like this don't work. It just makes you look like the villain. And that's exactly what Kendrick about to expose. Now we get to one of the coldest lines on the whole track, talking about messing with good people, making good people go to bat.
Fucking with good people, make good people go to back.
Right, he talked about beam, ghostwriter for Drake before, but he's also taking the gun, he's putting the beam to your chest.
Could be trying to say like it ain't no brownie points for fucking with Top. For Top, dog, I think his real name Anthony.
This is where the Let me walk you through this. Messing with good people causes them to defend themselves. Straightforward, right? Go to bat, that's a baseball term. When somebody goes to bat for you, they stepping up to defend you, to fight for you. Kendrick saying Drake crossed the line by targeting Ant, and now Kendrick gotta step up and protect his people. Kendrick specifically calls them good people. Not just my people or my team, good people. He making a moral distinction. He's saying Ant is somebody who don't deserve to be dragged into this, somebody who ain't did nothing wrong. And this is where it gets deep. According to the breakdown, and shout out to Genius for the context, Kendrick's choice to support those around him stands in contrast to Drake's behavior of undermining and gaslighting people to get his way. Y'all hear that? Undermining and gaslighting. That's what Drake do to his own people. We gonna get into that more later, but keep that in the back of your mind. Kendrick wouldn't have escalated this hard if Drake hadn't gone after his team. This line is basically saying, you brought this on yourself. Drake forced Kendrick's hand by crossing the line that shouldn't have been crossed. The context mentions that Ant don't got the fame and cultural capital to challenge Drake himself, so Kendrick gotta be his shield. That's real leadership right there. When you a boss, when you really about your people, you don't let nobody disrespect them, especially when they can't defend themselves on the same level. And yo, if you still watching, that means you really invested in this breakdown. Do me a solid and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We drop content like this every week, breaking down bars that go over most people's heads. Now back to the breakdown. This line directly sets up what comes next in the song. Kendrick about to call Drake a fake bully and explain that everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. See how this all connects? Drake targets people who can't fight back equally. Real bullies pick on the weak. Fake bullies act tough, but they cowards at heart. And yo, on a bigger level, this is about integrity. Kendrick showing you what real loyalty looks like. In an industry where everybody switch up, where people throw their day ones under the bus for a check, Kendrick standing firm. That means something, bro. In hip hop, your team is everything. Your manager, your producers, your engineer, your day ones. These the people in the trenches with you.
Your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't Tussie slide up out of this one, it's just gonna resurface. Every dog gotta have his day, now living your purpose. It was.
So I had to run it back like 3 times. Then I did my research and yo, this is layered. Let me explain the context first, cause you gotta understand what Drake said to understand what Kendrick responded to. On push-ups, Drake had a line about Kash XO, that's the Weeknd's manager. Drake was alleging that Kash was blowing Abel's money on men. Drake said something about Kash blowing Abel's bread, out here tricking, things we do for women, he doing for men. That's messy, right? Drake out here spreading rumors about another man's manager, making accusations about his personal life. Now here's where Kendrick comes in with the correction. He's saying Drake got it wrong. Kash XO ain't the mole, ain't the informant, ain't the problem. Drake out here creating false narratives, spreading conspiracies, when the real leak somewhere else. The emphasis on even is important. Like, Drake's so far off base, he ain't even close. He looking in the wrong direction completely. If Kash ain't the leak, then who is? Kendrick implying the leak is somebody closer to Drake. Somebody in his own camp. Somebody in OVO. And that's psychological warfare at its finest, bro. Now Drake gotta go back to his team like, yo, who been talking? He gotta look at his own people with suspicion. The Weeknd said on All to Myself, and this is from the Future and Metro Boomin album, he said they could never diss his brothers when they got leaks in their operation. He thanked God that he never signed his life away. Kendrick is confirming what Abel was saying.
Okay. Right. Right. Nigga. Nigga, boom. Ooh. Ooh. You see what you doing? You see what you did? You got the word in a tizzy. Everybody want to dick ride Kendrick Lamar now, right? That's kind of crazy.
Hey man, they just asked me to hop on the song and I did that. Simple as that.
Motherfuck the big 3, it's just big me, nigga bum.
And what about it?
That's implying that you're the best, which is bullshit because I'm the best. I got way more hits than you.
Right, because your light skin anthems are so catchy till you gotta actually spit.
You think I can't rap for real?
You think you can?
Kendrick is confirming what Abel was saying. Drake got leaks in his own operation, not in other people's camps. And think about this. The Weeknd was somebody Drake tried to sign early in his career, but Abel didn't sign, and now he thanking God for that decision. That says a lot about how Drake operates behind the scenes. Now let's get into the second part of this bar about finding jewels like Kash Doll. Kash Doll is a Detroit rapper who had $500,000 worth of jewelry stolen from her. So Find the Jewels is a reference to that incident. Just like Kash Doll had to find her stolen jewelry, Drake need to find what's been stolen from him, which is information, loyalty, trust. The leak is stealing from Drake and he don't even know who it is. Here's where it gets spicy. Kash Doll and her ex broke up because of Drake. Drake got involved in their relationship somehow and it led to them splitting. So when Kendrick says find the jewels like Kash Doll, he also referring to Kash Doll herself as a jewel of a person that Drake tried to pursue. Y'all still with me? If you're learning something new right now, show some love and drop a like on this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what you waiting for? We break down the deepest bars in hip hop every single week. Alright, let me keep going. Drake got a history of messing with other people's relationships. He did it with Kash Doll and her ex. He allegedly did it with Kanye and Kim. He got a pattern of causing division between people. And here's the irony. Drake be causing division in other people's relationships, but his own camp is divided. His own team got leaks. What goes around comes around, fam. The part where he says, I just need you to think, is condescending as hell. Kendrick basically telling Drake, you not smart enough to figure this out on your own. Think harder. Use your brain. It's disrespectful, but in the most intelligent way possible. Jewels means both literal jewelry and valuable people. Drake losing valuable people, loyalty, trust, team members, while he out here chasing external jewels like other people's partners. Drake need to look inward instead of creating conspiracies about other people's camps. The call is coming from inside the house, as they say. I just need you to think is also a challenge. Like if you really thought about it, if you really paid attention, you'd see the signs. You'd know who the leak is, but you too distracted. The ultimate flex is that Kendrick know who the leak is. He got the information. He got the inside track. And Drake out here guessing, spreading rumors about the wrong people, while Kendrick 3 steps ahead. This is chess, not checkers, y'all. Alright, now we get to what might be the coldest, most devastating section of the entire song. Kendrick asking if Drake ever thought OVO was working for him, calling him a fake bully, saying everyone in his team is whispering that he deserves it.
Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me?
Whoa!
I don't know who OVO is.
It's Drake team.
What do you mean?
Spies, nigga.
You saying there's a mole in Drake camp?
Did he say that in the last song we was talking about Have You Ever?
He said that in Euphoria. Drake, who your real friends?
Fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it.
Yo! Wait, what's going on here? Everyone on your team is whispering that you deserve it? Everyone!
What if he hasn't even talked to anybody in OVO and he's just planting that seed in Drake's mind so that he goes crazy and then just starts like wailing on niggas?
Can't Tootsie slide up out of this one, it's just gonna resurface.
And saying he can't Tootsie slide out of this one. Yo. Let me tell you why this hits so hard. First off, this is a callback to Euphoria, where Kendrick was playing Never Have I Ever with Drake. You know that party game where people confess to doing controversial stuff? Yeah, Kendrick turned that into a weapon. On Euphoria, he was like asking if Drake ever walked his enemy down with a poker face, if he ever paid $500,000 to an open case. Now on 616 in LA, he continues the game, but makes it even more personal. Kendrick asking Drake if he ever considered that his own label might be helping Kendrick in this beef.
You hear this guy? He talking like I can't end his career right now if I really wanted to. You don't want to do that. Listen, I suggest that you back out just like Cole and continue doing your little subliminals, all right? All right, first off, I'm not Cole, all right? Fuck what he talking about. That shit was weak as fuck. Second, don't bring that nigga name up around me ever again, all right? Until he redeem himself, he's not Cole World, he's Cold Feet. Hey, whoa, not too much on Cole. Nah, I feel like he made a smart move. The nigga dissed, lost sleep, apologized, glazed, and took down said diss track in a matter of 3 days. How do you defend that? It's not even about him, though. It's really between y'all two, for real. Delusion. I will fuck your short ass up in a battle.
This confirms what Kendrick been implying throughout the whole song. There's an informant in Drake's camp. Somebody feeding Kendrick information about Drake's moves, his plans, his strategies. OVO Sound is Drake's record label, his inner circle, his team, the people he signed. For Kendrick to suggest they working against Drake, that's devastating, bro. And here's why this line is believable. Drake got a controversial history with how he treats his signees. Majid Jordan, barely promoted. I Love McConan, career fell off after signing the OVO. Party Next Door, writes hits for other people, but Drake don't push his solo stuff the same way. There's a whole list of artists who signed the OVO thinking they was gonna blow up, and instead their careers got stifled. So when Kendrick asked if OVO is working for him, he implying that these artists might be resentful. They might want revenge. They might want to see Drake taken down a peg. And it ain't just his signees. Drake's biggest collaborators turned against him during this beef. Rick Ross came with champagne moments. The Weeknd been throwing shots. Future and Metro Boomin made a whole album throwing subliminals. Even 21 Savage had people speculating if he switched sides. When everybody turning on you, that says something about your character. Remember what Abel said on All to Myself. They could never diss his brothers when they got leaks in their operation. Thanking God he never signed his life away. The Weeknd confirming that Drake got leaks. And Abel was almost signed to OVO. He know how Drake operate from the inside. That's why he thanking God he never signed. By putting this out publicly, Kendrick making Drake paranoid. Now Drake gotta look at everybody in his camp with suspicion. He can't trust nobody. That's what happens when you don't treat people right. You create your own enemies. The phrase working for me got a double meaning. It could mean literally spying and feeding information. Or it could mean Drake's people would rather work for Kendrick. Like, they respect Kendrick's artistry and leadership more than Drake's. This line represents a complete power shift. Drake built this empire, this label, this brand, and now it might be crumbling from the inside. That's the ultimate downfall. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, you definitely fool the content. Make sure that like button is pressed and you subscribe to the channel. We putting in work to give y'all the most thorough breakdowns on YouTube. Now let's talk about the fake bully part. Drake is a fake tough guy. Simple. Fake bully means Drake acts tough, but he ain't really about it. He picks on people who can't fight back on his level, like managers, like smaller artists, like people without the fame and resources to clap back. Kendrick saying I hate bullies is personal. This ain't just rap beef. This is moral stance. Kendrick genuinely got a problem with people who abuse their power. You must be a terrible person. That's a character assassination. Kendrick not just saying Drake is a bad rapper or a weak opponent. He's saying Drake is a bad human being. And the proof? Everyone turning on Drake. When Rick Ross, The Weeknd, Future, Metro, and potentially your own label all against you, that's a pattern. That's evidence of how you treat people. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it.
You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it.
Yo! Wait, what's going on here? Everyone on your team is whispering that you deserve it? Everyone!
Breakdown. Drake's own people think he deserves to get destroyed in this beef. Whispering is key. They can't say it out loud. They gotta say it behind closed doors, in secret. Why? Because they scared of Drake, or they still on his payroll, but they agree with Kendrick. This confirms the leak exists. These whispers are how Kendrick getting his information. You deserve it? Even Drake's own team think his behavior earned this response. They think the way he treated people, the way he operated in the industry, means he got this coming. Lack of loyalty. When your own people won't defend you publicly, when they whispering that you deserve to lose, man, that's the ultimate L. Can't Tootsie Slide up out of this one. The breakdown. Tootsie Slide is Drake's 2020 viral dance song. Kendrick saying you can't dance away from this problem. Drake got a history of deflecting, of using charm in viral moments to slide away from accountability. He done it before with other beefs, other controversies, but not this time. This is too serious, too deep, too real. You can't make a catchy song and make people forget. It's just going to resurface. The truth will keep coming back. Even if Drake tries to bury it, even if he tries to move on, this gon' haunt him. The leak, the mole, the disloyalty in his camp, That's not something you can dance with.
You don't want it. You don't want it. Don't you got a kid to raise? You know what? As a matter of fact, how's that going actually? Is he still in that innocent phase, the I love my dad phase, the my dad's the best dad in the world phase, or has he finally realized that his father's a piece of shit deadbeat that should fucking die? There it is. There it is. Why would you say that? why niggas keep trying me, man? Niggas must have forgot what I did to Meek Mill. So let me remind you. I charged that motherfucker up and I went back to back on his bitch ass. Okay, Drake. Look what you made me do, Kenny. I didn't want to do it to him, but this is what happens when you start talking spicy and bite the hand that feeds you. You could have had a nice long career playing this fake ass Black Messiah character that you're trying to portray, but you want to fuck with the boy. Now since you down there, go ahead and give me 50. The same way you do it for Top, nigga. Stop saying nigga.
Philip, and stop saying nigga. Okay, now can you insert Malcolm X speech but translate it to French?
Nous n'avons pas atterri sur Plymouth Rock a atterri sur nous. Je suis Malcolm X.
Yeah, we just getting started.
Come out with your N-word pass in the air. Come out. Get out the mansion. Your mansion is surrounded. You want the pass? I'm never giving up, niggas. Whoa. No need to be racist, sir.
Mole, the disloyalty in his camp, that's not something you can dance away from. That's structural. That's internal rot. And resurface might also reference how Drake's old controversies keep coming back up. His texts with underage girls, his culture vulture accusations, his ghostwriting rumors, all of it keeps resurfacing no matter how much he tries to move past it. This whole section is brutal, fam. Kendrick really dismantled Drake's whole operation in like 4 bars. Now, let's zoom out for a second and talk about what makes this song so effective beyond just the bars. The Jack Antonoff factor. Jack Antonoff produced this. For those who don't know, Jack is Taylor Swift's main producer. He produced most of her biggest albums. Now, why is that important? Remember on Taylor Made Freestyle, Drake was taunting Kendrick about Taylor Swift. He was saying stuff like, you gotta wait for Taylor to approve your release schedule, and she tailor-made your schedule with Ant. So what does Kendrick do? He gets Taylor's producer on the track. That's a power move, bro. That's basically Taylor and Jack co-signing the diss. They took Drake's taunts and turned it into a flex. Plus, Jack Antonoff working with Kendrick for the first time on a diss track, that's disrespectful in the best way. Like, yeah, we gave you a Taylor Swift production to destroy you. The sample choice. The beat samples Al Green's What a Wonderful Thing Love Is from 1972. And guess who played guitar on that track? Drake's uncle, Teenie Hodges. So Kendrick using Drake's own family's music to diss him. That's cold-blooded. Plus, the sample has been manipulated to sound like Boy Wonder, one of Drake's main OVO producers. So even the beat sounds like it's coming from Drake's camp. Everything about this song is designed to make Drake feel like his own people, his own resources, his own legacy is being used against him. The time
Stop right there. Drop the pass. You niggas can't take this from me, yo. You don't even sound right when you say it no more.
Bro, this ain't just rap. This is psychological warfare, strategic planning, and artistic excellence all in one. Look, at the end of the day, 616 in LA is a masterclass in how to dismantle your opponent without even raising your voice. Kendrick didn't need to yell. He didn't need to curse Drake out. He didn't need to make threats. He just laid out the facts. Drake picks on people who can't defend themselves. Drake's own team is against him. Drake's history of mistreating people caught up with him. Drake can't escape the truth no matter how hard he tries. And he did it with so many layers that we just spent 30 minutes breaking down a 2-minute song. That's the difference between a rapper and an MC, fam. Rappers just put words together. MCs make every word count. Every
Euphoria.
Damn, okay.
Parks is some shit.
Euphoria.
Now Parks has let us know. Parks has let us know that that little part in reverse means what?
Everything you say about me is true. Everything
you say about me is true. All right, they're doing that megastar encrypted message.
Yeah, Illuminati shit.
Yeah. All right.
Oh shit, my man.
Syllable got purpose. Every reference got meaning. If you learned something today, hit that like button. If you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, stay blessed, stay educated, and remember, real recognize real. Peace.